Everyone smile, like we're having fun. Alright, here we go. Hello, and welcome to Nerds and Stuff. My name is Martin, and before we get back to our Urban Shadows campaign, Friends Like These, I'm going to have my players introduce their characters.
Hi, I'm Sterling. I'm playing Calvin Miles, the wizard. Wizard.
Hi, I'm Daniel. I'm playing Oliver Silver, our terrified vampire.
Our courageous vampire.
And I'm Junior, playing Jake Gordon, our
Person?
Question mark?
Our third member of the player
something.
characters?
I'm playing something.
Yeah. Deal. We'll figure out what you are soon enough, child. Love,
I
child.
think he's just fucked.
Yeah, you're definitely fucked. Calvin is waiting at Garvin Fountain Park.
Yep.
It's late. It's super late. It's almost dawn. And Oliver arrives by himself, frantic, pale. More pale than a vampire usually is, which is really hard. You and some of your wizards have split out, or like some of your wizards and wolves have kind of taken off.
Think, fuck, there you are.
Just barely.
Where's Jake? Where's Sarah?
Jake's not here.
I haven't seen him yet.
Sarah... There's something down there.
What do you mean something down there? Of course there's something down there.
It got her.
Look, speak straight,
I hold up my hands to just show you like the burns from whatever it was. I barely got out.
Holy...
The wizard's gone too. It got him. It took him first.
How did that happen?
I don't... We were under the haunt. Somewhere over there. This four-eyed thing. I shot at it. Calvin, I've never seen anything like it in my life. And I've seen some things.
Holy... That doesn't make any sense. There's... What could be down there? What could be do something like that? You said it just made them disappear?
It stripped her away from, like, existence. I don't even know how to describe it. It was some kind of, like, bile that just dissolved her, but it burnt me. It didn't dissolve me. It didn't erase me.
Fuck. I don't envy telling Jake about that.
Fucking hell.
Assuming he's not dead, where the fuck is he?
Have you tried to call him yet?
No, I've just been waiting.
Oh, fucking hell. We better see if we can get a hold of him, make sure that he made it out. God, if I ran into that, who knows what he ran into? And I'll pull out my cell phone and call Jake.
Okay. Jake, you're scrambling. You just escaped from the kind of parking garage. You're looking around, not entirely sure where you're at. You know, scantily clad with your clothes barely hanging to you. Your phone goes off. A phone that Oliver had given you before you guys entered the tunnels.
I'm gonna kind of just look around, make sure there's no one following, or just kind of try to get in a safe place and kind of assure Anna and be like, "It's okay, honey," and try to calm her as best as I possibly can, because it's.
Where's mommy? Ding 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 ding.
Mommy is coming, honey. Okay, just give Daddy a second, please.
Your phone keeps ringing.
So I'll pick it up. Hello.
Jake, is that you?
Yeah.
Oh, thank fuck. You made it out okay.
I did, but I'm hurt. I'm hurt bad.
Me too. We're here at the park. Where are you?
I don't know. I don't know where I'm at. I'm in some parking garage. I don't I don't know. I just need. I need to heal. I'm hurt, man.
Well,
how you guys okay? Everyone all right?
no.
Well, what's going on?
Jake, we didn't all make it.
Okay, all right. I mean, Calvin, he didn't make it. I thought.
No, Calvin's here. I don't know how many of his troop made it out, but
Oliver,
look,
please.
there's no easy way to say this.
Don't.
She's dead. Something got to her. Something in the darkness there. Some kind of giant monster. These beady purple eyes. Jake,
No.
I've never seen anything like this before.
No. Oh, tell me you're joking. It's not funny.
I wish I was, Jake. It took the wizard first. And then I did all I could, Jake. I'm sorry.
I'm just gonna hang up.
Okay.
Jake? Well, he made it out.
Doesn't sound like he's coming to the park either. And dawn is breaking shortly.
Calvin, I can't stay. I've got to get out of here.
Makes sense.
I need to find a dark hole to hide in.
Go.
Stay safe.
Calvin just is gonna go and sit on one of the fountains and
Okay.
smoke a cigarette, watch the sunrise.
He's been burning through cigarettes an awful
Burning
lot.
them.
Might want to stop at Scott's Pond and pick up a new pack.
No, that's alright.
Never again.
I'd rather not talk to Omar ever again. So a cab drives by, you flag it down, and you're heading home to your apartment, I'm taking it? Okay. So as you're driving home, you get dropped off. It is getting very close, too close to making it safely. And you go to swipe your card, and your card doesn't work. It says declined.
This is a thing that happens?
You got a bad machine, buddy. Yeah.
Yeah. I guess I swipe another.
Okay. It's also declined.
I pull out my corporate card.
Also declined. Hey man, are you gonna pay me or what?
The fuck is wrong with your machine?
Look, machine's fine. I just had a fare that used a machine just fine. Maybe you should get some money in your accounts, buddy.
I pull out like a money clip and just flick a $50 bill at him.
Okay, you want? He gives you change.
I just
he offers
run
change.
inside.
Yeah.
Fuck this.
Okay. All right. So you race inside, and like you're frantically like making sure your blackout curtains are kicking up and all that other stuff, and you are exhausted. Like
Yeah, it's been a fucking long day.
you haven't slept yesterday either.
Yeah.
Holy shit, I forgot about that. Yeah, like, because you were in the diner setting up your ambush. So you are exhausted. You recently fed and fed well. You like, the post-meal,
Yep.
post-meal tired,
Well, yeah.
getting ready to...
I mean, and being in that vent was like
Yep.
a coffin. Oh, God, I was like nodding off while waiting for guards to walk by.
That's
Jake had
funny.
to keep like rustling my leg to wake me up.
Yep, so you're getting ready to call it a night. You're laying in your bed, so tired, getting ready for sleep, and just at the brink of sleep, you hear your elevator doors open. And you hear, it's not uncommon, and your first reaction is, Oliver's here, he wants to talk. Artemis is here, he wants to talk. But you're so exhausted, you should probably call out his name, and you hear more footsteps. And then when you call out Artemis's name,
right.
it gets dead quiet in
The
your living room.
ghouls would not. They're heading to bed now too. Like.
And then all of a sudden you start to hear the hissing. Your ghouls are hissing. And then you hear...
Oh hell no!
And bodies drop.
Like suit up again real quick and. Someone has entered my home.
So suiting up is
Something.
probably just like pants, I'm assuming.
Yeah, pants and like.
You probably don't have that much time. You gotta pick your battle. Is
It's
it
not pants.
ghouls?
It saved my ghouls.
Okay.
They're my friends.
All right.
My
So you
people.
just throw on some sweats, It's not your best outfit, but they're nice sweats.
Hearing gunshots too, it's
Yeah.
like I grabbed my sword. It's just like...
Okay. So you
Because that thing is more terrifying to a burglar.
Well, and you do
than someone
have
coming out
you
with
do have a
fucking
gun
sword.
under your bed too.
I'll take that too.
Okay. All right. You. I'm assuming you probably peek out your door before you
Yeah.
bust out. Okay. You see at least 3, and they're short. They're scrawny.
Fucking hell.
Red hair. They're kind of moving all nimbly bimbly. They're clearly Fae, and they're here to kill you.
I want to let it out.
Okay.
I'm gonna need to be like full vampire now.
Deal.
You betrayed
Oh no.
me. Yeah, that's not gonna happen.
Start of a new session, and his dice are blue balling him. All
I
right.
can never let it out.
So you go to let it out, but you are just so tired. You cannot find it within yourself to embrace your vampirism.
Well,
What do you do?
I am just at the end of my rope. I have had enough of this fucking shit today. So I peek around with my gun and I fire off some shots. And kind of in my like delusion tired mind, the only thing that Oliver says is, I don't have any fucking Lucky Charms.
And then they just immediately start spraying. You dive behind some cover, and you know that you have Robbie and one other ghoul available. You can probably guess that they killed at least 3 of them. So you don't have many more ghouls.
Right.
Do you call it to them for a distraction or what? I mean, it's looking like these guys have handguns, but they're silenced. So they probably don't have, they're probably surrounding you right now. Your ghouls might be able to get an ambush off on them real quick, or you could be sending more ghouls to the slaughter. What's top priority right now? You're outnumbered, outgunned on the 13th floor of your building, and daylight is breaking any minute.
From behind my cover, I just yell out, Robbie, the closet!
Is this the same closet that he's not allowed to go in because it's a
No,
snack closet?
that's the
okay.
pantry.
Okay. All right. So what does
He knows
Robbie?
a very distinct difference between the closet and the
Okay.
pantry.
So what does Robbie the closet mean to Robbie?
The closet is where I have my ghouls keep some of their, what would be ghoulish weapons.
Okay. I love it. Robbie goes. You just hear, and then like the Fae are kind of turning around. One of them is like watching where you dove behind, kind of keeping an eye out, and then there's like, I like the idea that maybe there's like a remote for the lights nearby, and you just turn the lights off, and Robbie comes around the corner, and all you see is a silhouette of like this ghoul, because he's kind of like a troglodyte. He's kind of hunched over. You just see like light reflecting off metal spikes and claws and sharp
It's
pointy
his ghoul
objects.
armor.
Yeah. The camera will never see it fully lit, but it'll be amazing silhouette. Like
The concept art is.
yeah, the concept art is amazing, and just the silhouette. There's a lot of spikes and gore, and like the skull is on one of the shoulder spikes, and it's just pretty crazy. And you just hear. Ah!
These were mostly ceremonial guard.
Yeah, as one of the Fae just gets mauled by Robbie, you hear just shots getting fired towards Robbie. If you don't.
Oh,
make a
hell
move now-
no!
Yeah.
Okay, we're headed in.
Okay, I need you to unleash. He's looking at his dice, looking at his other dice.
Fucking hell! It's not terrible, but it's
Okay.
a 5 plus 3 makes for an 8.
Okay, 7 through 9. So, do you inflict terrible harm or take something from them? Now, taking something from them could be their accuracy on Robbie.
I want to take that.
Okay. So they start shooting, you immediately pop up, boom, 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 just rattling off these big caliber shots. On a 7 through 9, choose one from below. I'm going to say that they inflict harm on you.
Bitches.
Yeah, so you pop up and you immediately just get shot once. Pretty close. They're just popping off at you. It's not looking good for you or Robbie. What's the move here?
God.
One is like scrambling over behind your grand piano. He's kind of like over by the windows area. Another one has taken cover behind the like kitchen island area. So that's a really strong fortress for him. Yeah, you're not going to get to him without taking a lot of fire. The piano guy, he's a lot less covered, and he's by the windows, but if you start shooting at the windows, you're probably going to bring in daylight if this firefight goes on too long. The elevator door is shut, and it's there, but I don't think you'd be able to get the doors to close before they lit you up. What's the play? Now, very much like earlier, this is a bad situation. Obviously, the Fae have access to your building. The Fae have access to your secret elevator. Or not your secret elevator, but a restricted floor of the elevator, which means they had a key, which means
they had a key into my apartment.
Well, the elevator is the key to your apartment. Yeah. Someone helped them get in, and it wouldn't take a lot of guesses on who. What's the move here? Do you last stand? Do you flee?
I want to try to embrace the darkness again.
Okay. I'm gonna say
give myself over.
All right. I'm gonna say as a baseline, you're already gonna take a corruption, regardless of what you roll. Okay.
That's fine.
All right.
Baby. Good old darkness.
Damn things that you spirit, right?
Yeah.
Want to buy more spirit? For 5 retreats, we'll give Daniel 1 spirit.
It wouldn't help.
Probably not.
Okay, I'm unsuccessful, so I'm just bum rushing the guy at the piano.
All right. So, what does that bum rush look like?
So it's like keeping him pinned with gunfire, so I can close with the sword and hopefully dispatch him.
All right. I'm gonna say that you also take. I'm gonna say you take 1 more wound from the guy behind the kitchen island.
Okay.
As you're running, he'll shoot you and clip you in your side.
I got a 7.
Okay. So this is you unleashing an attack?
Yeah.
Okay. So on a 7, you hit and inflict harm as established. So this will not only shoot him, but you'll also be able to take something from him or inflict terrible harm. Now, as you're kind of racing towards him, he's going to stand up and he's kind of shooting at you, but you shoot him, you clip him in the shoulder. He's standing upright, broad target. You could run and tackle him if you wanted, taking his feet from him. You could inflict terrible harm, which might kill him. He hasn't taken a wound before, and these guys do look like they're prepared for battle, so they probably have some sort of armor.
Okay. How about a crazy idea?
That's my go-to. It's my go-to jam.
I want to spook this
Push
guy
the button
out of cover.
Mm-hmm.
So like he stands up trying to get away from the shots.
He stood up because he's trying to shoot you back, and you clipped him, so he's upright.
I want to tackle him through the window.
Oh shit. Okay.
And
And hope to God your vampire powers kick in.
yeah.
Yeah, I think I saw this in Power Rangers or something. No, you just
It's
free
morphin'
fall.
time!
It's morphin' time, please God! Zordon, no!
I'm feeling the morphin force.
I'm in the Matrix! Alright. Yeah, that sounds like a great idea. Right. So, yeah, so you're taking the floor from him.
I'm taking the building
the
from
building from him. Gravity, yeah. So you run, I kind of like this, like you slide across the top of your piano, hit him like feet first, hardcore parkour style. You kick him, he goes through the window, but you lose your momentum and you kind of go through the window with him as well. Now you are able to kind of like steer towards him and you kind of grab him. You are falling 13 stories out of a window. So I'm going to have you let it out one more time. Now, just to do this, you're going to take 2 corruption base. Regardless of what you roll, okay?
Switch die.
Yep, better switch die for this.
Junior, will you roll this for me,
It is. He can't. He's
I don't have powers.
He doesn't have shit. Yep.
I'm just.
Yeah, sorry. You need to be an actual archetype in the game to roll dice. Yeah.
Okay. Shit.
Yeah.
It's morphin time.
See you. Oh, level 6s! All right, I think that qualifies. It's morphin' time so hard.
Okay, so how about this? I love this idea. I leap, so I catch up with him. I curl into him for like 10 seconds, free flying. I drink some blood from him to stabilize myself.
Okay.
And then, like, you know what? We haven't done this one yet. How about I transform
Okay.
into
like a bat?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah. That's definitely extending your sense of supernatural or otherwise. Right. So...
How many did you say it was? Two. And then one base.
Oh, yeah, 2 corruption. Yep. But no, you got a 10 plus, so you ignore the corruption and choose 2 from the list. So I'm just going to say for you to transform, that's going to be both of yours, so I'm sure that's fine by you. Okay, you do feed on an unwilling victim.
What else is new?
Yeah.
That's just like primary diet
vampire
now.
problems. And so I think you have to mark corruption for that as well, right?
I did.
Welcome. I'm going to get you guys all with
At least
corruption,
I
if
didn't
not
take
nothing else.
4 in
I
that.
can't even remember.
Oh, yeah. Sorry, man. All right, so...
In bat form, I watch as his body.
Yeah, so I like this. You, like, curl up into him, you bite him, and with that, do you gain a wound, or do you have to roll for it?
I technically need to
Okay.
roll. 8 plus blood, so an 11.
Okay.
Choose 3. I'll just take a heal 1 harm.
Deal.
I don't
All right.
really care. Or I heal 1 harm, and I learn a secret about them. Primarily,
He's
who
afraid of
hired him.
heights. He's afraid of heights.
I'll take that one again for another secret.
Artemis hired him.
Artemis hired him.
Yeah.
Son of a bitch.
Yep. Artemis hired him.
As he makes a nice...
And you also gain a gleaning, too, that Artemis had other machinations as well. Like, he was kind of bragging it up to the Fae how royally fucked you are. And this was just the cherry on top kind of thing. So... You're balled up on him, you're feeding off of him, you just get angry and you feel it, right, with your double sixes roll. And I like this, you kind of leap off of him, there's like a moment, you're like free falling.
Like, I kick off of him to bring myself in the air.
Slams into a car, the car pretty much almost explodes with like glass and metal, and like 15 feet off the ground, you swoop, you transform into a bat and like skim the asphalt almost, and just kind of fly away as
I feel like I need a one-liner here.
No. That's probably good. The sound of the car exploding with a body slamming it from 13
don't
stories.
The explosion.
So, so you probably frantically fly into a sewer grate or something underground. So because like dawn is coming over the buildings as you kind of frantically escape from the daylight into the darkness once again. I think we're going to call that a scene. Let you figure out what you're gonna do next.
Robbie!
Oh man, we'll find out about Robbie's
Thank God
last
he has
stand.
good armor.
Yep, he has great armor.
He has like +3 armor.
He's only got like 1 guy left, right?
That's better than me.
And a skull of hate on it too, so that's like
The Skull of Hate provides a fear aura. If seen, and the lights were off. You could have kicked the lights on before you left.
I wasn't near a light switch.
Yeah, but now there's an open window.
Yeah. Oh. If Robbie survives the battle, the aura of fear will kick in. All right. So I think, right. So you're probably going back and getting some rest, right?
Somewhat, yeah. I
Yeah.
think some rest would probably be a good idea.
Gotcha. You still haven't dealt with that Duncan situation yet, have you? It's kind of on the back
Not
burner
fully,
at this
no,
point,
yeah.
isn't it? Yeah. Aurora's kind of missing.
You know what? Johnson can screw himself right now.
Johnson can suck a dick. Dick can suck a Johnson. Something like that. I'm pissed. Yeah. Dean Johnson will probably let you hear about it later, but that's after you wake up. You don't have to deal with that shit quite yet. Jake, you are kind of SOL.
Yep.
And
I have,
just got some bad news.
I'm hurt physically, emotionally,
mentally,
and
spiritually.
And Anna is like
spiritually
not happy either.
No, she definitely wants her mom.
She definitely wants.
And you're not quite. I'm sure you're not quite ready to explain that mom is dead. Yep. So
I need to find a place to hang low for a bit to try to recoup for, a little bit before going out and finding answers and seeing if what Oliver really said is true.
Okay. So what's safe haven for you?
I think I'm gonna go see the only other person I know that would help me is my aunt.
Okay. At the
diner.
Okay. Now, is she working today, or do you think she's home, or?
She's probably. It's too early, so I don't think she'd be at the diner now, because it's almost.
A Friday morning breakfast rush. You know how New Salem is. I don't know. It's up to you, man. You can either go to her house. I mean, I'm really letting you pick where you meet up with her, because you're gonna have Anna as well, right?
Yeah, I think her house is better.
Okay.
Because it's more secluded, and I'm pretty damaged still. Like I'm torn up.
Yeah.
Right?
You're not even wearing a shirt.
Yeah, and I've got holes and I'm all bloody, so I probably don't want to go to a public place.
Yeah, a diner and just.
Yeah.
Can I get an eggs Benedict?
Drinking as it pours
Yeah.
outside.
Oh no.
Cup of Joe right on the floor.
Jeez. All right. So you're heading to Susan's. Right. So you kind of like knocking on the door, bloody handprints, even like trying to hold these bullet wounds, right? Because you have.
You got Anna with you?
I do have.
Yep. He's kind of
Is she holding the bandage for you on your side?
We're both beat up. She's definitely malnourished and just.
Susan comes to the door. She looks at you. She sees you're wounded as hell. You got blood all over you. Anna's crying. She's like, "Oh my God, Jake, get in here ASAP." She's like looking around for cops and shit. Like, right. So you get into her house.
Yeah.
And she's like, "Oh my God!" Like she's like frantically scrambling for a first aid kit, and she's asking you what happened, but not listening to the answer.
I just get to the couch and lay over and I'm like, can you take care of Anna for a minute?
And you're just like, can you, and then you pass out from blood loss. Yeah. We'll just cut to Jake waking up later. Okay. You have bandages across your body. You're not at a hospital. You're still in Susan's house. Luckily, she's an earthly woman, and she's a woman of the.
This probably happened before.
Yep. So you wake up and like immediately
Anna,
and she's like watching cartoons or whatever fucking kids do these days.
Trying to cope with everything.
She's playing cell phone games.
Okay, good, because I'm just like trying to collect myself.
Yeah, and Susan like comes over to you and she's like, "Don't move. You've been shot a couple times, Jake. What? You've got a lot of answers."
I know. I'm sorry to come here like this, but I had nowhere else to go. I just don't know what to do, Aunt. I don't know what to do. I'm in it deep this time, and I don't know if I can get out.
Did Calvin get you into this? I told him to protect you.
No, I mean, we went in together, but we were trying. He was doing it to help me.
Oh my God! The second I see Calvin, I'm gonna.
Oh, you remember that when we talked before that Anna and Sarah were missing and they were taken from me?
Yes.
Well, yeah. Last night we mounted a rescue. That's why Anna's here with me now.
And where's Sarah?
I'm just gonna kind of stare at the ground.
Jake, where is Sarah?
Not so loud, please.
Where's Mommy? Junior, that's my job, man. I'm surprised you're surprised.
He does that.
Doug, damn it.
I don't have any other moves. My MC list says fucking shit on Junior any chance I get. Not so loud, please. Where's Mom? Damn, that's my go-to jam. It's the only move I've got.
Where's Mom?
She's coming, honey. Don't worry. Just watch your cartoons. I'm lying to her bad. Ugh. And then I'll just look at my aunt Susan and just be like, she's gone.
Susan just kind of looks like she's containing furiousness. Yeah. She's like, "What the fuck have you gotten into this time, Jake?"
I thought I was doing this right.
Jake, you have been out of control lately. What is your deal?
Everything I've done for these two.
Well, then where is the other one?
No, I should have been there. I should have.
And why weren't you?
We got split up, and I trusted someone, and I know I shouldn't have.
Was it Calvin? That motherfucker. She pulls out her cell phone.
It wasn't Calvin. It was Oliver.
Oh, yeah, the other one. Yeah, I'm pretty sure he's worse than Calvin.
I don't understand. He promised. He said he would. How could I have been such a fool?
What did he promise?
That he would take care of her.
Take care of Sarah?
Yeah. When we got split up, he said he would take care of her. He promised me, and I I believed him as a fool. I can't depend on anybody.
You know, ever since you've met Oliver, he had you fighting in those arenas. You know how much I hate that. I know you lie to me about how much you do it.
I know. I know you hate it. But right now it's not the time to talk about that.
Oliver is a terrible influence on you. So is Calvin. In fact, from now on, I don't want you seeing either one of them. And don't give me any bullshit about this because, guess what? That little girl in there? Her mom is on her way soon. But we both know the answer to that, don't we?
Stare at the ground, just almost tears forming. I'm just like, it can't be true. It can't be. I can't believe it.
Who told you that she was gone?
Oliver told me.
And wasn't he the one that was swore to protect her?
He said something happened. There was something down there in the tunnels, and I don't know. I just couldn't believe what he was telling me. I don't know what. Could it be? Could it be?
Could what be? You sound like a crazy person right now. Listen, Jake, you need to get...
This is the prophecy.
What? Oh my... Jake, what? Prophecy? Are you serious right now?
It was about Sarah. It wasn't about Anna.
What was?
It had to have been. I mean...
Are you on drugs? What is going on? Jacob Gordon.
It must be true.
What?
You
need to tell me what happened.
I have to do something.
I can't help you if you don't tell me.
I won't lose her. I won't lose Anna. I won't lose her.
Who's gonna take her?
The collector.
What does that even... Oh my god, what does that even mean?
I have to stop this. I will not. I need to get my power back. I need to fix this. I can't. Sarah's gone. I can't.
Did Oliver kill Sarah?
I don't
understand what you're saying.
He promised. It should have. I don't. He is the collector. He won't take her. He won't take her.
I think we're gonna call that a scene. I think this is usually where Daniel says, "I'm a nice person," and then we all contradict his statement. I think we're gonna skip to maybe later in the evening. Friday nights are always the best nights in the campaign, right?
Who's getting the nut kick next?
I think you are, sir.
No!
No! That was a rhetorical question! That was a rhetorical question!
I don't have any more after this.
No, Calvin's day drinking. I'm gonna let him slide.
Bullshit! Bullshit!
Yep. I think it's Oliver's turn. I think Oliver wakes up. It's getting nighttime. It's definitely overcast, but it's not raining. It's actually a pretty nice day in March, right? It's supposed to rain heavy later this weekend, but tonight, it's looking like it might even have clear skies. 0% chance of rain. It's going to be...
fucking dude.
Look, I'm trying to set the stage for the evening, sir. For the day.
I lost my damn
For the
mind.
day. You don't care about how the weather's going to be? What happens when you leave Susan's house? You don't know if you need to pack an umbrella or not. You're welcome, future Jake.
Thank you.
Like Jake knows how to operate an umbrella.
Yeah.
Like he knows what that is.
It pops open, scares him, and punches it. Damn umbrellas. Damn umbrellas. All right, so I think we're going to cut to Oliver. Oliver, as you're kind of lurking in the darkness of the sewers or wherever, subway tunnels, I'm going to say that you're able to get a little bit of cell phone reception, and you check your accounts, and looks like Artemis has cleared you out.
This is what happens when you trust people.
Yeah. Exactly.
So Artemis has seized or frozen all of your financial assets, and I'm going to say too that you receive a email from Artemis's administrative assistant saying that the board vote was final and that you have lost 51% control, or the board has voted you out of your company. All the information that you and Artemis have been compiling on your board members unfortunately benefited Artemis here as well. You guys have been collecting information to sway votes this whole time towards this way or that, or the future of the company, and as much as you trusted
Cashed them all
him,
in.
he cashed in those debts.
No, that's all our app was just data collection.
Yep. So it
A
is.
little here, take a little there.
It is looking very bad for you. You're broke. Your home is not safe. You probably don't want to spend a single another moment underground,
Not right now.
because your
that's
dreams
for
are
sure.
probably haunted by purple glowing orbs.
It's a bitch.
What's the
Orbs
move?
from hell, man. Well, I only have like a couple of friends left now, so let's try and talk to one, shall we?
Okay, which one gets the call?
Let's see my friends list.
That's a blank page. Yeah, that seems right.
2 names left. How about Leold?
Leold. That sounds like
I
a
might
friend.
have earned some cred with them by now.
And last time you talked to Leold, you had mentioned Scarlet's kind of offer, and I bet now that offer is sounding pretty sweet, isn't it?
Hopefully they've had enough time to talk about it.
Deal. All right, so let's just skip to the scene where you're at the Red Moor clan house.
Okay.
All right, so you're there. We've seen it a couple times. We haven't really described the interior too much. We've described it as one of the oldest manors in New Salem. It very much has like that underworld house feel, like the grand staircases.
It's a house, but it's like a castle.
Yeah,
Everything's
it's
marble inside.
Yep. I mean, it is luxury, and it's filled. It's like a
We don't like wood.
Yeah.
We try to build with stone.
Yep, there's it's kind of like a fraternity or sorority house where there's like 50 people in it, and like 7 people share
When you all
rooms.
sleep by hanging from the ceiling, it's
It's very efficient with space, yeah. So you show up at the Red Moor clan house, kind of beat to hell. You got shot a couple times last night. You fed a little bit, which kind of sealed over the
on
wounds,
top
but
of
you're
like,
still
you know,
beat to
burnt
hell.
hands and
Yep. So you're looking pretty bad.
yeah.
If not for some miraculous letting it out and major corruption, you probably would have taken a scar or
Probably.
died. Yeah. So we meet up with Leold, and Leold seems to be very busy with a project. And in fact, once you even meet up with him, it looks like the vampires are moving out and about, and there's a lot of trucks parked in front of the building, and they've got like a lot of like, I don't know, wood in the back of their trucks, like they're going to a construction site, or they just robbed a construction site or something.
It's the semi-annual Red Moor.
Well, they have a
camp
parade
out.
float. Yeah.
So we're prepping to have an idea.
It just seems very unusual that they have so much wood in the back of their trucks, and you can tell stuff is going on. But I think every single time you've come here in the campaign, stuff is
Yeah.
going on. So
This is the
classic.
norm here.
Look, the Red Moors are very busy. Okay, they're at war, and they're still managing to have their annual
Camp out.
camp out. Yeah.
It's kind of like
it's clear
a
skies.
hunt
It's
of
not
old.
supposed to rain tonight. Clear skies.
They'll send little groups out and they'll like capture a human and take him way out in the forest and let him loose and then hunt him.
That's a
It's,
fun, yeah.
that's-
There's a lot of movies based on that same exact thing. But for the Red Moor clan, it's just a Friday night. It's just
It's
bro.
a semi-annual
It's a
thing.
bro
We don't do
dev.
it too often.
Yeah, it's a bro dev.
It's
All right,
really great when you get a hunter though, and then it's a real challenge.
there you go.
Most dangerous.
All right, so let's reel it back to actual Urban Shadows content. Right, so you meet up with Leold, and he seems fairly busy, but he's definitely excited to see you. He kind of teases you a little bit about how fucking beat to hell you are and how you're kind of in like sweatpants.
Yeah.
Yeah, Oliver, this
Yeah.
is very unceremonious of you. Is everything okay? He's like
Where do I
smoking,
begin?
like smoking a cigarette already. He's like, "Oh, this should be good." Lights a cigarette up. Yeah.
Can I bum one of those from you?
I didn't think you smoked.
I do.
Yeah, here you go, man.
I light it and just
The purple eye trembles.
It's all I see when I blink.
Yeah.
It's been a day. Take a really long drag on the cigarette. I have nothing left.
What do you mean? What do you mean?
The one person in this world I trusted has betrayed me, taken all of my assets, and my home.
And the shirt off your fucking back. Holy shit. Are you serious right now?
As the grave. Also, there is something very, very bad in the tunnels beneath the haunt.
What were you doing in the tunnels beneath the haunt?
You know, looking for a little adventure. Thought maybe I would try something below ground for once, and look what it got me!
You wouldn't happen to have been in New Tokyo last night, were you?
I don't think so.
I'm gonna have you persuade an NPC.
Or mislead.
Yeah, mislead, actually.
Mislead?
Yep. Because these are Kato's
Right.
allies. And there was a report of a vampire there last night as well. And marks of it. Six on the dice, and you are rolling with mine. What's your mind?
I'm fucked. I have 0.
Okay. So that is a miss. So he is not fooled. Not even for a moment. A little adventure, like B&E, corporate espionage.
Corporate espionage.
Oliver, what are you doing here?
I don't know. I have nothing and I have no one. And I don't know. I guess I was hoping I might be able to find help here. Find someone.
Are you looking for your brother? Because if so, he's pretty busy. Unless you're looking for something else. Unless you're looking for a fresh start.
I finish my cigarette when he says that. A fresh start might be just what I need.
Well, speaking hypotheticals, of course, if it wasn't you there last night, probably don't have any problems. If it was you there last night, then we might have a few problems, but nothing that can't be undone. As you know, our friend is constantly on the lookout for new talent. And
Which friend is this?
the one in the tower, the dragon enthusiast.
Now, I don't think I actually know
Kato?
Kato.
Okay.
I've never had the connection that the Red Moors were with Kato.
Oh.
I have like no political
Fair enough.
knowledge because nobody
Fair
lets
enough.
me in.
So you look completely blank at
Yeah,
this.
I'm just like, what the
and
fuck?
he's like, oh.
I used to live in a tower.
He's like, Oliver, you poor naive bastard.
Despite
listen.
my best efforts.
Listen, here's the deal. You clearly did not go there with any malintent last night. You were probably just doing a favor for a friend. Is that right? Is
That would
right
be
for me to
correct.
assume? What friend might that be, actually? Let me be clear with that question, Oliver. There are a few answers that will help you, and there are a lot of answers that will hurt you. And truth is your new best friend right now.
Character sheet, help me. I went with a friend who was just trying to get his family.
Is this the demon or the wizard?
The demon.
The one that killed the werewolf?
Yes.
He's a pretty bang-up guy.
I did enjoy that fight.
It was a great fight. I was overjoyed to see Trent go, but I thought the man could have taken his time with it. He clearly had the upper hand, clearly had advantage. Trent might have been wounded, but that doesn't take anything away from your friend's victory.
You know, with that friend, I try and tell him these things. You know, play it for the crowd. But, let's say, once the horns come out, the brain turns off.
That's fair. Same thing could be said about the fangs.
I smile at him.
Listen, I know that you're friends with that demon, and acquaintances, I assume, with the wizard, the professor, or whatever he is.
Oh yes, the professor.
I can assure you that if we were to make you an offer to join, that those days are over. The demon is no longer available as a friend of ours, and therefore the Red Moor clan has no use for him. He has betrayed our ally. Once again, we'll go into more details when and if you do join us. The other one, however, I think all bets are off. It's only a matter of time before he crosses our path, and I hope that won't be a problem for you. He has planted his banner firmly with the enemy.
Leold, there are times in life, as I'm sure you know, where certain friendships must dissolve for others to grow. And I feel, should I, hypothetically, broaden our friendship, it would help fill the gap I have at lowering the others.
Well, you're a smart man, Oliver. And I mean no offense by this, but it doesn't seem like you have many other options. I'll tell you what. We're having a bit of an event this evening, and a sort of guest of honor. And I'll tell you what, if you were to not only participate in this event, but help us by maybe even being a guest of honor yourself. I can assure you this will bring no harm to yourself physically, but it may hurt emotionally a bit. If you assist us, I can assure you that I will do everything in my power to see to it that tomorrow you wake up not alone, shirtless, reeking of sewage, but wearing the blood red of the Red Moor clan.
Well, as you put it, Leold, it's not like I have many options. I would be honored.
He gestures to his vehicle, and you guys walk over and get in the back. All right, we're going to call that a scene. It's the old scorch and burned, or burnt earth policy, right? Yep, I think that's a thing. Okay, cool. Let me check on the timer right quick.
Sick as shit.
Oh, like you're one to talk, Jake.
Okay, yeah.
Perfect. All right, so I think we're going to cut back to Calvin, who's been day drinking all day. Vincenz has requested to meet with you. Where is that meeting happening? Is it at Toad's?
I mean, it could be. That's probably where Calvin has been. I could
Okay.
imagine, like, Vincenz even just popping up there.
Okay, yeah.
How he tends to know where everyone is all
Especially
the time.
Jake at the diner. Listen,
probably has a
listen,
phone
that's my other go-to move, okay? Vincenz knows everyone everywhere. He's a wizard, Sterling. Wizards are mysterious. They have panties and necklace things, okay?
You don't think I know that? That's why I
Vincenz-
suggested it.
Listen, Rick
probably
didn't
has-
know about that spell.
Vincenz probably has his own phone app too.
That's true. That's true. You
Always check your permissions.
You guys have Wizard Foursquare? Yeah. You
Calvin
definitely...
checked in at
Toads.
Toads.
3.5 hours ago. Perfect. All right, so Vincennes walks in, and you're probably a bit drunk, right? Been day drinking. You're not the kind of guy who deals with problems logically that much.
Yeah. I feel like Calvin's pretty good at holding his liquor, though. But he has been drinking.
We've already established that he is a functional drunk.
He's been drinking for a while, though.
So Vincennes arrives. He asks if he can kind of pull you off to the side. He seems like he is not interested in social drinking with you right now. As much as he might need a drink, and as much as he looks like he needs a drink, he pulls you off to the side, and he says, Calvin, I have been very hard at work, and I hope that you're ready to go to work.
What do you mean?
Class was canceled today.
I canceled class hours ago.
Dean Johnson's been calling me all day.
Fuck that guy.
Nope, hard pass. All right.
It's my day off. I'm taking my lunch.
He said I could take my lunch tomorrow.
I am owed a lunch today. I still haven't dealt with the situation that required me to skip lunch yesterday.
I'm on lunch.
Yeah, perfect. So he kind of pulls you up to the side, and he lets you know that through his kind of network, mostly specters, I almost said ghosts, he has heard that there is something interesting going on at Heritage Park. And he is convinced beyond a doubt that Aurora is being held there, like right now or within a little bit amount of time. And it doesn't sound good.
Wait, you're telling me that Aurora is at Heritage Park right now?
I do not know for sure, but these sources, I paid very good money for their information. I owe them considerably for this. I don't think that this information would be incorrect. I still don't know how they got Aurora, how they knew where she was going to be and how they took her, but I have a feeling that this is our only chance to get her back before she's lost.
Alright.
Are you able to help? I mean, I know that you care considerably about her, but you look... Forgive me for saying this, but you look like shit right now.
I look like shit all the time, mate. That's the secret.
That's the secret. I love it. Yes! Plus 1 XP. That's not real. What? Market corruption. I don't know. Whatever GM. It is for
Have a corruption.
Calvin sometimes fuels off corruption. So, yeah. So, right, amazing line, and then I ruined it, and then,
That's the secret.
Listen, I have what's left of the Blood Moon pack ready to roll, and someone can drive you there. I just need you to kind of take lead until I get there. I'm gonna rally what wizards I can, and just see what I can do to help out.
All right.
But I need you to go there in force and see if it's something that we can stop, or if it's even a... It could also be a distraction, that something else is happening elsewhere and the specters just pulled one over on me. I don't know, but I need you to check this out right now, and I will be there as soon as I can.
You got it.
Okay, there's a car waiting for you outside whenever you're ready to go. But please don't waste any time. I don't think you misunderstand me in saying that this is everything. I gotta pee real quick, super fast.
He just kind of finishes off his pint as he's like walking out
Oh
the
my
door
God.
and throws the glass backwards. Toad scrambles around. Like,
Hey, Calvin! Calvin, what are you doing, man? All right, right. So you head out, and there's a couple clearly werewolf but in human form in the car, and they're getting ready to drive. It is probably pretty late in the evening now. I'd probably say it's maybe 9 o'clock or so, we'll say, just making up times.
Wow.
Yeah.
Calvin's been drinking a long
Yeah, day
time.
drinking turned into all day drinking. It's funny how that happens. All right, so, and you guys head out to Heritage Park. Okay, so we are going to cut to exterior Heritage Park. The camera shows that it's dark out. We're in the kind of restoration village section. We're kind of off to the side. There is a lot of cars parked nearby, and there's some trucks actually parked in the park, which is generally uncommon. But that doesn't stop the party from happening. The car pulls up, and you see Oliver, Leold get out, and they link up with Sam, your brother Samuel. And he kind of walks up and he goes, "Oh my God, is that Oliver? What are you doing here?"
Oh, hello, Samuel. How have you been?
I mean, it's been crazy since I last saw you. I know we kind of had a disagreement, but
I
what do
give
you-
him a big hug.
Yeah, and he's just kind of like surprised, and he kind of hugs you back, and he's like, "Oh my God, is this really happening?
It's good to see you, my brother.
Leold, is this happening? Is Oliver finally? We're letting him in?" And Leold's like, with time. We have a few things to attend to, but Oliver has expressed interest in joining, and I think we'll know our answer soon enough.
Coming out from the hug, I put my arms on his, by his elbows. It'll be good to be family again.
Yeah, Sam's like, "Oh my God, Oliver."
I still probably look like shit, but
Yeah. Oh my gosh, yeah. This is amazing. I'm speechless. I'm sorry. And Leold kind of gestures you over, and as you kind of walk up, you see a kind of pyramid of sorts of split wood, two by fours. I mean, if you didn't know any better, you'd say this was a funeral pyre or some sort of pyre to burn stuff on, a
Or
bonfire,
people.
or people or witches.
she's a witch.
And you, so you're not entirely sure what's going on. You're definitely not that aware of Aurora and the Red Moor clan and stuff like that. You know that Aurora's missing, but you never found out the Red Moor clan has her. But soon enough, perhaps. Spoilers. Right, so you're kind of walking up, and we're definitely in, like, the weird sort of haunted witch area of the woods.
It's my favorite part of Heritage Park.
Yeah, like you can't go to Heritage Park without walking
Yeah.
through this area. And
Looking
then,
at the old witch's hut.
and even what's kind of weird too is, and you maybe even ask this if you want, but you notice that generally at Heritage Park there's one specific section of land that's probably about 50 feet across. It's a giant circle, and it has nothing grows here. The dirt is just arid. It is not. Weeds don't even grow here. It's just a barren plot of land, and even when you walk over it, you get a sense that something crazy happened here a long time ago, magical or supernatural wise, and it is
Something just not
cursed.
quite right.
It has cursed the land, and exactly on that spot is where the pyre has been built, and it's given you some really dark feelings. You feel this knot in your stomach forming. Whatever is going to happen here, like even a thought crosses your mind, like, "Oh my God, are they going to kill me? Like, what is fucking happening?"
This is a
'Cause
weird ritual.
This is bizarre, but you're not entirely sure if they're still mad at you for whatever last night was, or if this is something else. And so some time passes. They kind of finish setting it up. A lot of vampires are gathered, probably at least 24, and they're kind of gathered up. Some torches are being lit, and Aurora gets brought out of the back of a vehicle, and she's bound, and she's kind of scantily clad. Her clothes have been ripped, and she looks like she's been beaten plenty, and she's tied up to this main mast in the center of this pyre, and she's kind of like looking around. She has, fabric through her mouth tied around behind her head, so she can't really talk, but you can kind of make out what she's saying a little bit. And she's kind of screaming, and she's looking around, and she just sees a wall of vampires. And there's torches lined up, and Leold turns to you, and he says, "Do you recognize her? You should. One of the last times we met, she was there."
I do. This is Aurora, the wizard.
Well, tonight, we're going to have a good old-fashioned witch burn. And I would be overjoyed if you were to start the festivities. Now, for New Salem lore, you definitely, well, not only that, just keep decent humanity, you pretty much understand that this is like, this is probably a death worse than Scarlet's.
Yeah.
More offensive, more dehumanizing. This is pretty much the lowest of lows. This'll probably haunt you forever if you do this.
So I have a question.
Yes.
Are they sure she's a witch? Like, have they checked her weight against a duck?
Wait,
To see if she floats?
Yeah. So they've done all the proper measurements.
We've got our certification
Yep.
stickers.
Yep. They went through all the city permits and planning and procedures.
We do have a permit.
So she is. This is also Sterling 101. Whenever a loved one is in trouble, he always turns to like humor. He's like, "Yeah, Bria's fine."
Diffuse,
I just feel like
diffuse.
I just feel bad for Sterling's girlfriend or future girlfriends or past girlfriends that if you're ever in trouble,
Don't
just
count on him.
yeah, just Sterling will betray you, abandon you
Just
so
expect a
quickly.
joke.
Yeah, and when you're gone, he will miss you like this little. Yeah. Sorry, ladies. All right, so moving right along. Right, so very tragic, embarrassing scene of Aurora being tied to a stake before Sterling trivialized it. Right, and so they're kind of looking to you. And in this moment, the wind picks up, and everybody starts to look around frantically. The scent of wolf is on the wind. And before you know it, at the far threshold of the woods, you see a handful or two of individuals kind of running through the woods, and you see a somewhat familiar face or shape until it comes closer and closer. And in the firelight, in the starlight, across the opposite end of the pyre, with Aurora between you and him, stands Calvin, and probably mid-teens of company, assumably all werewolves. Calvin, you see the backside of Aurora. You see her kind of looking around. Unmistakably, you know it to be a woman that you care deeply for.
Mm-hmm.
The rumors are true. And not only that, even worse, there's a pyre built around her. And she is bound helplessly. You sense that she has some sort of anti-magic artifact bound around her. You reach out to her and you feel completely cut off, and not only that, but there's a radius around the pyre that is a sort of anti-magic zone. As you look across the pyre, countless vampires, the odds are not good of you guys engaging in the scrap, and maybe a desperate move might rescue Aurora. And as you're staring hopelessly across the way, you see Oliver. You see Leold, and you see someone that looks very similar to Oliver, someone you've seen before at the construction site, someone you kind of remember Oliver having mentioned was his brother. Now, you haven't seen Oliver since this morning. It's kind of been a weird day for the both of you, I suppose. You're not entirely sure what he's doing over there, and why Leold's trying to pass him a torch. What do you do?
I'm gonna channel magic real quick, and the first thing I'm gonna do with it is just kind of shoot a spark up into the air.
Okay.
To kind of like
a flare?
A flare, like
Okay.
get their attention, like stop them, distract them.
By any sort of
Whatever.
time?
Yeah.
Whatever, yeah.
And did
Oh,
not
no.
roll really well.
This is like the first channeling the shit out of
Yeah.
4, 5, 6. I got a 7, so choose 3 and hold 1 from the list. So I only get to hold 2.
Because you rolled low or something?
Yeah.
Okay.
Wait, right? Oh no, hold 3 and choose 1 from the list below. Okay, so I'll mark corruption. So I get 4.
Okay.
And then I'll mark corruption.
Okay.
And I will just toss a flare into the air to kind of like distract them.
Okay.
Distract Leold from whatever
Careful where you toss it.
he's doing. It's a magic flare. There's no heat to it.
Where there's a spark.
Okay, so you fire an arrow into the air, and it illuminates the area a little bit better.
Mm-hmm.
And you see their vehicles, which they could probably bound to cover pretty quickly. You understand that they have, a fair bit of them have weapons. Not all of them, but with this many werewolves and this many vampires, it's still, you get a better look of it, and it's still looking pretty grim. And you, with this flare, you get an unmistakable glance at Oliver, and he looks beat to hell. Very much worse for wear than you saw him last.
Maybe he jumped out of a window.
Yeah. So I'm going to kind of casually walk up there.
You're not getting much closer. You're getting yelling distance before guns are trained on you.
I'll let the guns get trained, but
Okay.
that's about where I'll stop.
Okay.
What are you doing?
You hear Aurora immediately. Woo! She recognizes your voice and starts calling out.
Oliver! What are you doing?
This is it, Oliver. This is the moment of your choice, says Leold, holding a torch. He's with them. Does that look like your friend? Or your enemy?
I take the torch from the old. Calvin! I do only what I must.
And what is that, mate? Think before you do something stupid. What happened? Come, talk to me, please. Be rational, mate.
Aurora is screaming, and you can kind of hear her whimpering and crying.
I'm done talking. Talk gets me nowhere. Talk got me in this situation with nothing left.
What do you mean, mate? Think about all you have. Just before you go and do something stupid and throw it away, you do this and you make a powerful enemy.
So I think at this point...
You feel Samuel's hand on
Yeah.
your shoulder, and he says, "But you gain your family."
What I have, Calvin... What I have now... is a family. And I throw the torch on the pyre.
Immediately as he throws the torch, a bolt of lightning is going to shoot out at him.
Okay. I think you roll that for an attack.
I do.
Okay.
And I have an ability from corruption that I've taken. The dark arts, when you unleash with magic or psychic energies, mark corruption and roll with spirit instead of blood. So I'm
Okay.
making a shot.
As he's like getting ready to huck it, you're just gonna shoot at him. Okay. Shoot it.
5, 6, 7, 8.
Okay. So what happens on a 7 through 9?
It's unleashed, so it hits. Your magic does 3 harm, which it actually does 4.
Okay.
Because I have an ability that gives me +1 damage.
Okay.
Right now.
So you shoot this lightning bolt. You're feeling this rage. He's getting ready to chuck this. This is your only shot. You chuck this lightning bolt, and it hits this radius around the fire pit, this anti-magic zone, and it hits it like a wall, and electricity just statics around this cone. And you feel the magic barrier shatter. But your lightning bolt does not hit Oliver. And you watch helplessly as the flame hits the pyre, and the pyre goes up almost immediately. This thing has been doused. The vampires were very efficient in doing this. And as the electricity crackles, you hear Aurora begin to scream. And as the wolves see you launch this lightning bolt, they begin to shift, but they start shifting into a wall of bullet fire. I would recommend that you cast shield on yourself next, or you will be shot at repeatedly.
I'll go ahead and do that.
Okay. Bullet fire begins. A wall of bullets sailing past you, semi-automatics, handguns. There's even a guy on top of a truck having high ground, just kind of picking off with a rifle, wolf by wolf. The pyre igniting quickly, flames catching on Aurora's dry clothing. She begins to scream. Her hair catches on fire, her beautiful hair. You don't hear her scream very much longer. What do you do?
I think I'll use teleport to get in closer past that wall of energy.
And you definitely feel like you cracked the energy barrier, the anti-magic barrier, or that you shattered it. Are you teleporting into the fire, or?
I'm gonna teleport, I think, behind Oliver.
Okay.
And just
That's across the fire, by the way.
Oh, is it?
Yeah, because she was in the middle between you
Okay.
two. Yeah.
But yeah, I think I'll do that. Just kind of surprised. I think the rest of the vampires are gonna be a little occupied, so if I disappear, they're not gonna notice as much.
Okay.
So I'm gonna pop up behind Oliver and just be like, "What have you done? I thought we were friends. I was even starting to consider you as a brother."
Did you hear the screams from the pit of fire?
Calvin. I have a family now. And this family doesn't necessarily like you. It would be best if you leave while you can.
So Samuel reaches into his holster, pulls out this big, beautiful gun, and hands it to you. Says, "Brother, why wait?"
I see Oliver holding the gun. I kind of put my hand.
Hold on one second. Oliver's picking up the gun, his hand's kind of shaking, he's aiming it at you. You sense a moment of hesitation.
I kind of put my hand as I'm holstered, almost like drawing a gun,
Okay.
Wild West shootout style.
Okay.
Just kind of thinking I'm gonna cast a spell, but I feel a weight in my pocket. I don't remember grabbing it or putting it there, but I recognize it as, or it almost calls me, speaks to me.
Okay.
It's
It's
a
a
little
orb?
blue orb
It's a little blue
with
orb.
bands of silver around it.
Okay. The Eye of the Storm.
So that is what
Okay, so you pull it out,
I'm prepared to grab
right?
and pull out.
You're gonna try and use it? Mm-hmm. Okay, I'm just gonna say that from what you read, you just have to hit it, slam it to the surface, and it'll hopefully activate.
Okay.
And not
So,
break.
Oliver, are you going to unleash an attack? Your hands are steady, or your hands are unsteady. Your brother has handed you the gun and said, "Why wait?" Calvin frantically reaches into his pocket, pulls this thing out, looks at it, almost as amazement, looks at you. He's reaching up to slam it down.
Next time we meet, it won't be as friends.
You pull the trigger.
I think I do.
Okay, roll it. This will look like it happens simultaneously.
Which dice would you like starting?
Whichever ones you want.
Yeah, it's not me.
Alright, that's an 8 on the dice.
Plus blood makes an 11.
Yeah, that is a pure hit. You can inflict terrible harm or take something from him. I know what
He took his life.
I know it is the amicable move,
I
But-
took a lot from him already today.
but I think that you were handed
This
the
is
gun.
a fucking big gun.
Yep,
And I'm thinking it's probably terrible harm.
I think so as well. Okay, so he shoots you. You still slam the orb into the ground, and the kind of it's like time almost slows down to a stop. The gun goes bullet to the chamber, pulls back. The little shell comes flying out, slow motion style. The bullet kind of sails through, hits you right in the chest. As the orb shatters on the ground, this big explosion of blue like erupts and just freezes everything immediately in ice. The entire area, including the funeral pyre and Aurora and everything, is just encapsulated in ice. You're the only surviving, not surviving, but unfrozen individual. You are aware that this effect doesn't last long. You can probably make your escape, or you can die with Aurora.
Okay. How much damage did I take from the bullet? I have +1 armor.
So I would probably say, what is a...
Guns are usually... The gun I have is a 2 harm.
Okay, so I would say because this is a bigger caliber gun, it would be a 3 damage. So my
So
two after your armor.
Okay.
Now, this is impossible, okay? Because you can die with Aurora, saving her, or you can flee
To get your revenge later.
to get revenge.
If... I imagine
And
Aurora's
Aurora
probably
is
dying
horrifically
already.
burned.
I'm very badly burned.
So, none of that.
If I let it out and use my last hold for a teleport, would you let me teleport her? I'm sure she's gonna die anyways, but would you let me
So here's... So
get her
yes,
out of there?
absolutely. Here's if you pull her away, she is going to live with horrific burns on her for a few more moments. Is her pain worth your last few words with her? She will suffer excruciating pain if you pull her out of the ice. Do you make her suffer intolerable pain for her last few moments with you? Or do you let her die in the wall of ice as her heart would stop beating? How selfish is Calvin? Is the ultimate question, I suppose.
Yeah. Calvin is in this position where he knows like the merciful thing would be to just let her go frozen in this ice kind of a thing.
I feel like there's a butt coming.
He doesn't... He knows she's going to be disappointed with him, though. He was there to save her, and he let her down. Kind of a thing. But I think he's going to let her just go and make his own escape.
Okay. Okay. So you start to flee, and you immediately hear the ice start crackling. You know that it's almost immediately melting. There's kind of a nearby wood line that you could probably teleport to away before any of the outskirt vampires start to thaw and start immediately kind of looking for people,
I definitely
teleport into the wood line.
I think it's teleport into the wood line and then channel again, like, immediately.
Okay, just in case they come running for you. Mm-hmm. Okay, so I'm gonna have you lose your last hold to teleport. You arrive at the wood line. You immediately collapse. Probably throw up, start crying, whatever it is that Calvin does to justify what he kind of just had to let go of. You kind of look back, and you're looking, and some of the vampire silhouettes are starting to move. Some of the werewolves are starting to close into them, but they mostly got cut down pretty quickly. Your Eye of the Storm bought a few of the outskirt ones to get a few vampire kills before they're killed. There's at least probably a dozen vampires left, kind of looking around frantically. As you look at the funeral pyre, which is kind of collapsed mostly, it's a smoking heap. You don't hear the wails of a woman burning anymore. There's just a smoking pile. And you see one of the silhouettes walk up and just kind of pop, pop, pop. Make sure that whoever was laying there is no longer.
Mm-hmm.
And you hear, as you're starting to channel, you hear a hammer pull back behind you. It's like a classic revolver sound. I'm assuming you turn around?
I do.
And go ahead and roll your...
That was a good channel, at least. A 10. So, 4 hold, no side effects.
That's a good way of putting it, side effects.
You turn around and you see the barrel of a snub-nosed pistol kind of shaking at you. And you see a small, skinny, but tall, framed man, familiar face, looking down the barrel of the gun at you. It's Duncan. And standing next to him is Jess. And they're probably 15 feet away from you. And he's holding the gun and he's... Mr. Miles?
What are you kids doing here? Jess, what are you doing here?
Mr. Miles, you... She's like, Dad, what is happening? He's looking back at her. How did you do that?
Look, it's not safe here, Jess. Just step away from the kid.
He kind of steps between her and you, and he's like, how did you do that, Mr. Miles? Did you teleport?
Look, why don't you put that gun down, Duncan?
I'm not gonna put the gun down. You're an enemy.
I could have you expelled from campus for pulling a gun on me right now.
I could
You
have
think you'd like that?
Are you a wizard, Mr. Miles? I saw you teleport. I saw what you did. That ice explosion. I know what you are, Mr. Miles.
Does it really surprise you?
At this point, Jess kind of steps up and she's like, Duncan, stop.
Does it
Don't
really
you point that gun at my dad. She's kind of like snapping out of it, like...
Does it really surprise you? You've been in the paranormal studies class.
I trusted you. I trusted you, Mr. Miles.
You live in New Salem. You learn pretty quickly not to trust anyone. Jess, get away from him.
Dad, what is this?
Get away from him, Jess.
She kind of looks a little like dazed, confused, like she just saw everything too. She goes, Dad, what is going on? Is that Aurora? Is she dead?
Look, Jess, get away and we can get out of here, but it's dangerous here.
Mr. Miles,
Put the gun down.
No.
You don't want to do that, kid.
You stop telling me what to do. I'm in charge.
I'm in
charge. I'm in charge.
Down, and I throw a fireball like at the ground next to me to kind of intimidate him.
Okay. Roll it.
It's
No, you're misleading. I know you're persuading an NPC.
all right. That's not a strong one for me.
Dice.
+0. Hey, I got a 9.
All right.
Works for everyone.
So they modify the terms. So he's looking at you. He's pointing the gun. You shoot the fireball. He says, "I'll tell you what." He looks at your necklace and it's glowing faintly. He's like, "Is that it? That's what gives you power? Your necklace? You take it off, I'll put the gun down."
You know what gives me power? Years of hard study and training. Meddling in the dark arts and arcane. Things your puny brain that you can't even pass a history class without help from the professor wouldn't be able to comprehend.
Yeah? Is that magic gonna stop this bullet?
I will cast a shield on Jess, which is one of those ones that I can do quickly without like him even knowing.
Okay. I thought it has a very visible aura, though. We had talked about runes that surround them. It happened at the bar.
It did, yeah.
Yeah, so it's a quick cast, but it's not hidden.
See, the way I always pictured it is it just manifests when something hits it, so it's like invisible until something, but yeah, sure. So there's a little bit of like a shield around him, or around her.
Yeah, so she just kind of looks down and he's...
Yes, it will.
Mr. Miles, what are you doing? Why did you lie to me?
Drop the gun, kid.
Take your necklace off. Stop casting magic.
The necklace doesn't do hardly anything, mate.
Then give it to me.
Drop the gun.
You give me the necklace, I'll drop the gun.
Sparks start to well up in like his fingers, like doing the Jacob's ladder. Is that what they're called?
Arcing from finger to
like
finger.
arcing from finger to finger, and
Okay. Your fingers start kind of arcing with electricity, and his hand is trembling even more, and he's kind of aiming it at you, and he's just like, he kind of runs his hands through his head, and Jess, kind of realizing what's going on, she sees this sort of arcane shield around her, and she's like, "Dad, what is this? What is happening?" You shut up! You shut up!
as he's distracted there, I'm going to shoot out a lightning bolt at him.
Okay, roll it.
And I'm going to mark corruption to roll with spirit instead of blood.
God, wizards burn fast.
Yep. Here we go.
What is that Snake
fuck.
Eyes?
Yep, so
So you
that's a 2 plus 3 is only a 5.
That's
You're the
like
worst
only
wizard
thing
ever.
You could have rolled to
Alright,
miss.
so with plus 3 that's still a miss. I think Snake Eyes no matter what is a miss.
That's sterling dice.
Yeah. So
Even if you have a plus 1 onward, that misses.
yeah.
Someone lend you a hand.
Literally, Snake Eyes is no matter what you miss. So, you charged up this super high power lightning bolt, and you rolled Snake Eyes. Okay. So, fuck. Okay. Duncan has the gun pointed at you. He's looking back and forth. He turns and he screams at Jess, and as you're starting to charge up, he frantically looks back at you, and he sees this kind of like charging up this lightning bolt, and you just shoot it at him, right? And the gun goes off, and it just zips past you, and you kind of, it throws you off the last moment. He's trying to shoot you before you shoot this lightning bolt. This lightning bolt sets sail, the gun having thrown you off just enough. And it sails just to the right. How much damage do you do?
A fuck ton?
4.
Okay. So the lightning bolt hits the arcane orb, shatters it, and strikes Jessica right in the chest. And she immediately collapses. And you can even see her body start to quiver and shake, going into shock of sorts. And Duncan looks down at her, and he points the gun back, and he's, "What the fuck have you done? You just killed your daughter, man!" Click pulls the hammer back again.
Calvin just drops to his knees. his head down for a few seconds. You just hear him kind of mumbling nonsense. And he looks up and his eyes are glowing white.
Okay, and by this time, like, Duncan has kind of crossed you. He's almost like putting the gun to your head, and he's like, fucking wizards, man.
And I'll use the corruption move upon a pale horse.
Oh, geez, that sounds expensive or something.
I mark a corruption and speak the true name of an NPC in the scene to inflict 3 harm armor piercing on them, which with my bonus is a 4 harm.
Okay. You look up, eyes glowing, and you say, Duncan Newbold. And he takes 4 damage, which will kill him. So what does that look like?
It pauses him in his tracks. The way like a true name kind of works is like you have his sleeping mind awoke and he understood everything about this kid
God,
down to like the molecular sense of it.
Okay. That you did?
I did.
Okay.
And you just see Duncan just like stop
Like
and
his
freeze.
hand just stops trembling is what the camera sees.
Blood starts dripping from his nose, and then you see it start to boil. And his blood boils him from the inside out.
And like the entire time he's like frozen in stasis standing there.
Oh, damn.
Alright, so as you hear like this faint, bubbling, gurgling sound within him, you scramble over to Jessica. You shake her. She's singed, she's smoking. You immediately check for a pulse and her heart is not beating.
I almost think Calvin would just sit there, like, kind of cradle her head, like, held in his arms, close to his chest, just kind of breaking down and weeping. This isn't the first child he's accidentally killed with magic.
It is not.
He lost his son Jonathan when Jonathan was just a baby. And now he's lost his daughter Jessica.
And she was becoming a woman. You pick her up.
The thing Calvin was most afraid of was getting too far into the power struggle again.
Letting himself open to magic too much to where he would pay a cost.
He caused harms to those around him. Aurora's gone. Jessica's gone. Jonathan's gone.
So now you kind of hear the vampires behind you. Scrambling, looking, but sure enough they heard that gunshot in the woods. You know that there's a street nearby. You could kind of scramble if it's worth scrambling. There's a portion of you that feels like Jessica might still be alive. Maybe if you could just get her to a hospital, or if you could figure out some way to start her heart again, the same electricity that stopped it, there might be a chance. What do you do?
I think ultimately he flees.
You pick up Jessica and take her with?
Mm-hmm.
You pick up Jessica. She weighs heavy. You're exhausted. Magic almost leaving you somewhat by choice, also by just pure exhaustion. You struggle, you hear these insanely fast individuals gaining ground on you. You come through the park to Easy Street. Casinos, lights dancing off to the side. Somehow hoping that they don't catch you by the time you can make it to the street with your daughter. Maybe someone will stop. The car squeals to a stop. A door opens and you see Vincennes. He says, Calvin, get in quickly.
It's Jessica. I've done something terrible.
Calvin, get in. We need to go.
Just Help me!
He kind of gets out and he starts scrambling, and there's gunfire zipping past you guys. You want him to like help you get Jessica into the car?
Into the car.
All right. So as you're helping Jessica get into the car, bullets are zipping past you. They're riddling the side of the car. You guys scramble in. The door's shut. The glass is getting shot out. They're both kind of ducking down. Jessica's body laid across you and Vincennes in the back seat, and he yells for the driver to drive. And you guys start driving. You're looking back. There's trucks screaming out of there trying to chase. You guys have a good enough head start that you'll probably lose them. He turns to you and goes, "What the fuck happened, Calvin?"
It all went to shit. The whole thing. Aurora's dead. The Red Moor clan killed her. No, Oliver killed her.
Those motherfuckers. Who is this?
This is Jessica. This is my daughter.
Oh my God. Driver, take us to the hospital. Calvin. I don't know what to say. I will never let you down again. Calvin, I know that this isn't the time or the place, but I have to tell you that Aurora met with Jake at the diner. Jake helped her into the van.
What?
Jake helped the vampires take Aurora.
That son of a bitch. Why would he do that?
Because Kato asked him to. I just learned everything. What good is this fucking power if you're a day late to everything, if you're a dollar short to everything? Calvin, I have no way of making this up to you. But I swear to God, I will find a way to try.
This is all Jake's fault. That fucker, I warned him so many times not to mess with things that he didn't have control of.
Calvin, I have evidence that Jake killed those people in Heritage Park weeks ago. He reaches over and he kind of hands you a folder. He says, "This is yours. This is the start of everything that I owe you, of everything that I am, everything that I will be for you from now on. I swear to you, I will spend every day of my life trying to make this up to you, and this is the first step. This is evidence that Jake killed those people in the park, and I am letting go. I'm giving you control over his fate."
That fucker's gonna burn in hell.
Scene. Alright. We're gonna cut to Jake. Okay.
We'll just be down here.
Yeah.
Yeah. Alright, we're gonna cut to Jake. Jake, last we saw you, you were at Susan's house. You were being bandaged up. Probably got a meal in. What's next, right? It's late at night, super late at night. Susan helped you, stuck around as long as she could. she went to go get help, but you knew that her kind of help is probably
Plus,
not the right kind of help.
I don't really want to involve her any more than she needs to be, you know, because I'm bad for people around me, obviously. So,
I think Calvin would argue that he's worse, but no, that's neither here nor there. Sorry. Moving on.
So I don't want to go to the apartment because it just reminds me too much of everything. You know, there's everything that's happened.
Everything that there is like Sarah's,
yeah.
And I think she had changed the locks.
Yeah.
I don't even know if that would feel like home anymore.
So the only other place that I know of is the docks, and I think we'll just head to the docks. They do have like a little trailer that you workers sometimes stay overnight.
Okay, it's kind of like your office / but you use it like 50% as your house now.
So it's the only other place I know, and so I think we'll just head out. I'll leave a little note that says, "Sorry, Aunt."
Sorry, Susan.
Yep, that's it. So
I've already done. You've already helped me more than you could.
Yeah, just simple, because I mean, this isn't the first time I'm leaving a note, so she almost expects it from me. So
this has definitely been the worst, but it isn't the first.
Yeah. So I'll just head to the docks and try to collect myself there. Try to hang low for a little bit.
All right. So the camera is outside the trailer. We see like a lamp on inside. It's very dark outside. It's got to be like 3 a.m., 4 a.m., almost 5 a.m. It's getting to be pretty late in the night, pretty early in the morning. The camera pushes into the trailer through the window, and the interior is a mess. It's disheveled. You haven't really been taking good care of yourself lately. And that was even before Sarah was gone. But you see the camera shows Anna like sleeping in this small like cot in the corner, and like you're sitting in your chair, like trying to sleep, and you kind of wake up to like headlights pulling up, and it's too early, like no shift starting, not at least for an hour or so. So as you're kind of peeking out the window, you see Oliver get out of this car, and your blood just starts to boil.
I immediately, as I step out of the car, I draw my pistol.
Kind of looking around?
Yeah.
After the trouble you've had tonight?
There's a light on. I'm not very popular.
Yeah.
This city is fucking erupting.
Well, and last you spoke to Jake, he hung up on you, and...
Yeah.
It's just been a bad day. Bad weekend.
Okay. I'm just gonna open the door and get out.
Okay.
Just straight open it and just step out.
Jake?
Yep. It's me.
Are you alone?
There's no one here. Except Anna.
Calvin here?
Calvin? I don't know where he's at.
I'm looking for him. He's in some trouble and I just need to get it sorted out.
Fuck Calvin. I don't.
You don't know where he is?
I don't care where he is. I don't care for what the fuck he's doing. I don't care.
I'll just take a few steps closer and holster my pistol.
Okay.
What the fuck you doing here, man?
I came looking for Calvin.
Well, he's not here, so...
Well, I'm glad I found you.
Why? Why, man?
Because I care about you, Jake. You're like my brother.
No, we're nothing, Oliver. You are nothing.
Nothing, huh? We're like family.
We're not family, Oliver. Family protects each other. Family keeps promises. You didn't keep your promise.
You weren't there, Jake. You didn't see it. Okay? And I hold up my palms so that he can see the burns across them.
Okay.
You didn't see that thing. Okay, I haven't felt fear like that since I was getting shelled on the battlefields in Germany.
Fear, Oliver. You have no idea of fear.
Fear. You're right. I don't feel it often. I invoke it. That's just part of what I am.
You know what, Oliver? Fuck you, man.
And fuck you too, buddy.
You don't know how it is to lose someone. You promised that you would keep Sarah safe. You promised.
I did. I did make that promise, Jake. And I'm sorry I couldn't keep it.
Yeah.
Sometimes things are beyond what even
You could have done
partial
more.
immortals can do.
Could have done more if I was there.
If
Would've
you
made a
were
difference.
there, you'd be just like her now.
Don't even.
Whatever she is.
Don't even fucking say anything about it. You don't deserve it. You know nothing. Now you just get the fuck out of here before. I'm just gonna start pacing back and forth.
I kind of squint real hard at him.
Okay.
And I sniff the air a little bit. Jake, there's something wrong with you. Something different.
Just
What's going on with you, Jake?
mumbling to myself, just getting all anxious and just fuck you, Oliver. You know what? You need. It's all you. It's always been this way, huh? You, Oliver. It's all you. You're the fucking guy. You know what, Oliver? Zoe told me. She told me that you the collector. You're gonna take her away from me.
The fuck are you talking
It's all
about?
your fault. Fuck you, Oliver.
What? There's a lot of people that collect stuff, Jake.
You took her over me,
Took who?
and you won't take anyone else.
The hell are you talking about?
I'm just gonna keep pacing back and forth. I'm not.
There's something wrong with you, Jake.
Be like, I'm not powerless. I'm not powerless.
You don't have your powers.
I'm not powerless. I'm not.
I can tell, Jake. I can see it when you have it. And you're nothing now.
I'm not powerless.
You're just
I'm
one
not
of them
powerless.
now.
I'm not powerless. I'm not powerless. I can do this.
There's something really wrong with you, Jake. And what's more, there's a manhunt out now. They're looking for
Who
you.
cares?
Who cares? You know who put it out?
Who put it out?
Vincennes.
Well, fuck
It came
him,
from him.
Doesn't matter.
They're broadcasting on TV, radio. Everybody's looking for you.
Can't. I won't lose. I won't lose them.
The door to your trailer opens, and you see Anna in pajamas, kind of bedhead. She steps up. Daddy?
No.
It's not safe for her here.
I'm not powerless. I'm not powerless.
There's nothing you can do, Jake.
Daddy?
Honey. Anna, please go back inside.
Oh, okay. Okay.
No,
Daddy, are you crying?
I'm fine. Anna, please go inside.
Okay.
I'll see you in a bit.
Don't be mean to my daddy. He's watching me till Mommy gets back. She shuts the door, gets back inside.
Start.
You haven't told her?
That's none of your concern, Oliver. You don't.
You're damn right it's my concern.
I don't owe you nothing. Fuck you, Oliver. I don't owe you nothing.
You don't owe me anything, but I owe you. I made a promise to you that I would take care of them
don't
if
talk to
something
me.
happened.
No.
And something has
Nothing.
happened to you, Jake.
This has nothing to do with you anymore. You are nothing to me.
She can't stay with you, man. Not when you're like
No.
this. You're crazy.
No, you will
You
not
need
do
help,
anything.
Jake. And they're gonna find you. Do you want her to be here when they drag you off?
They won't find us. I'll be
Jake,
fine.
everyone in the damn city can find you.
Oliver, get the fuck out of here, and I'm just gonna reach up and just push you.
I'm gonna let it out
Okay.
to try to conjure some vampire strength,
Okay.
hopefully.
Of course. It's been a very long day for Oliver. He rolled snake eyes on the dice. I'm not even sure you're a vampire anymore at this point.
I'm a goth.
Alright, so he shoved you.
I'm just gonna push him out of the way.
Okay. I mean, he's mortal now.
Yeah,
I mean,
like-
even without letting it out,
I'm
you
still
guys
a
are
vampire.
still decent enough strength. Yeah.
Yeah.
He is probably stronger as you as a mortal, but I mean, he's like crazy right
He's
now.
a fucking mess,
Yeah.
and he's just insane.
Yeah. Yeah. So you kind of give him a very small shove, which you expected to be very bigger because vampiric strength.
Yeah.
But it's dawn soon, and you don't have time for this shit.
No.
So you go to shove him. He doesn't fly back as much as you had planned, but just enough for you to get away.
I made you a fucking promise, Jake, that I'd take care of her if something happened to you. And Jake, something terrible has happened to you. You're not who you were. You're a fucking mess. And they're gonna get you. So I'm taking her, and I'm gonna take her somewhere safe.
No.
When you're put back together, when you're clear of whatever the fuck's going on, then we can talk.
No.
But this is for Anna now.
So, as he's walking...
Yeah, I'm gonna head up to...
All right, so you head up to the trailer,
Yeah.
right? Open the door. Anna? Right? What do you say?
Anna, I need you to grab your things. We're going to a safe place.
Okay, camera cuts outside.
Yep, so I
What do you do?
hysterically run over and there's a shovel laying on the floor up there.
Okay.
And I just grab it, snap the bottom off.
Snap it over your knee or something?
Yep, and then just run over and... You're not taking her! And pale it, right?
You're spearing him?
I'm spearing him right in the back.
Holy shit, roll it, man. Holy shit. Of course. Of course.
That's what, a fucking 12?
No, he has a -1 on blood now.
Yeah.
Does it?
Just an 11.
It's just...
Unfortunately, that's still a strong hit. I'm assuming you're inflicting terrible harm
I am.
to stop him.
Yep.
Okay.
He is not taking in.
So he runs you through with a wooden stake, a broken shovel. It pierces through your back as what little strength he has left runs this broken shovel through your back, and it kind of rips through the front.
I just look down as this handle has just in shock. This is a very strange sight.
It's the first and last sensation.
I turn around and I look at Jake, and I grab him by the sides of his vest, and I pull him close, and I just look into his eyes as mine are starting to drain. The red is just kind of draining away, being replaced by like ash gray. Jake, my friend, my brother, I would have loved her. I would have protected her, given her everything, and told her that you were always a good man. And then as the last of the red drains from my irises, there's kind of like a whole lot of just kind of this black shadow that just bursts from my chest. And it's chased out with fire.
As like he's in the doorway holding you, he starts to combust, and Anna starts to scream, and you just, what do you do?
You should have tried not to try to take her away from me. It's your fault.
His fiery husk, burning, falls down the stairs to the cement pavement below. And as you head into the trailer, you hear sirens approaching immediately.
This is gonna comfort Anna. It's gonna be okay. And just start crying.
Okay. She kind of holds you back, her teddy bear in her hand. She's holding you tightly. I just want mommy.
I do too, honey. I'm so sorry.
The red and blue lights flashing
I'm so sorry.
as the cops pull up. You hear 3, 4, 5 squad cars screech to a stop. Police officers jumping out of their car. Some of them see Oliver on fire or smoldering. You hear through the boom microphone. Jake Gordon, if you're in there, come out. Come out with your hands up.
Just gonna get Anna again and just kiss her right in the forehead and say, I'm sorry, honey. It's gonna go now. And I'm just gonna stand up.
Stand up and leave the trailer.
And walk just to the threshold, open the
Okay.
door, and just stand there, stare out at all the
Okay.
lights and
Cops
Think
start
about
yelling
it.
at you, just start barking orders,
Like-
telling you to...
thinking about all the shit that's happened, everything. Anna, Sarah, the deal I made,
Oliver.
Oliver.
As you step down the stairs, the police rush you, tackle you, slap handcuffs on you. Immediately, more emergency vehicles pull up, paramedics. You're laying on the ground, watching your life unravel. You look at the husk that was Oliver, smoking, dawn breaking over the horizon. The cops pick you up and put you in the back of a squad car. You're read your rights. You're being charged for multiple homicides. You watch as individuals enter and leave your trailer, taking out items marked for evidence. A man comes out with Anna, holding her grasping tightly to her teddy bear, crying loudly, screaming that she wants her mommy. She drops her teddy bear. Another paramedic runs over and picks it up. He hands it to Anna. He takes her from the current paramedic. The other paramedic runs over, starts checking on Oliver. The man that has Anna walks her over to the back of an ambulance, and you just stare the whole time watching from the back of the squad car. He sets her down. The doors open to the back, sets her on the lip, puts a blanket over her, kind of petting her hair softly. He looks directly at the squad car, makes eye contact with you. And in that moment, you know that he is no normal person. You see in his eyes the same dark eyes that have haunted you for the last several years. The eyes of your master. The eyes of the collector.
I'm just gonna start yelling. No!
So as the camera
No.
pulls away
No!
to this wide shot, Jake screaming in the back of the squad car, Nefaris in his human form, gently running his fingers through Anna's hair. You remember his last words. The debt is still owed. And in your head runs the prophecy that Zoe gave you. It is said that the night is always darkest before the dawn. And in a night like this, in the sea of darkness, in the heart of despair, the destroyer, the collector, the betrayer will come for her, and her guardian will be helpless, split, empty. And in this moment, the darkness giving way to the light, after having slain your false enemy, the collector will take her from you forever. That will end our Urban Shadows campaign. We hope that you had an amazing time. We understand that this campaign might not have had the happiest ending, but we sure hope that it had the best ending. Now, as in true fashion of how we started each and every one of these grueling, emotionally exhausting, but ultimately amazing adventures, I'm gonna think we should do a quick sign-off. Thank you. As your master of ceremonies for this Urban Shadows campaign, Friends Like These, my name is Martin Baker.
Thanks for watching, everyone. I'm Sterling, and I played Calvin Miles the Wizard.
Thanks for joining us. I'm Daniel. I played our now deceased vampire Oliver Silver.
Oh, damn. I'm Junior. And that was rough. I played Jake Gordon. Just,
With friends like these, who needs enemies? Thank you. We will be releasing a sort of campaign wrap-up video here in the next couple days. Please feel free to check that out and enjoy it. We'll be reflecting on this experience, the entirety of it. It'll be moments after finishing the campaign, so who knows what emotional state we'll be in or that we're in right now, but join us for that if you enjoyed the campaign, and feel free to share this with others, rewatch it till your heart's content, and celebrate everything that was this campaign. Thank you very much, and until next time, tell a story, share an adventure.